Today's episode is The Waiting Room, December to March. And I'm here with
So
Uma.
first, how did you spend the time between early decision results and regular decision?
After early decision results, I started making a list of schools that I wanted to apply for in the regular round, and I spent my winter break just writing supplemental essays for those schools.
Did you find that your list of schools changed from before EDs came out to after? Like, did you realize anything to change your RD list?
Well, but for regular decision round, I was just kind of focusing in on my ED school, so I wasn't thinking of too many other options. I had a general list, but after the ED round, I was more focused on applying to a bunch of schools.
And would you say that this is something upcoming college applicants should also do, like focusing on applying to as many schools as they can?
No, I do not think that was the best approach. I think you should focus on the type of school you want, because the schools in the US vary quite a lot from school to school, whether you want liberal arts or bigger school, sports culture, and also your major and what's good for your major. When I was making my list, I was kind of thinking more generally about the reputation of the school rather than the type of school, because at the end of the process I realized that what I preferred was a smaller school with more opportunities for internships and getting close to professors, and I wasn't really thinking about that after the ED results, because I just wanted to apply to as many schools as possible, but that's not very rational.
So then you would say your strategy shift is basically just thinking more like the type of schools you wanted to go to, right? So then after getting back your early results, what helps you stay motivated and focused or just sane during that period after?
I think I wasn't too sad with the news about my ED results, so I was already motivated because it was a college applying process and it was exciting, and I was just trying to, and everyone in school was talking about filling out supplemental essays, so the environment I was in was already very motivating to apply to schools and get things done. So I didn't really struggle with that, but it was stressful because my approach was to apply to as many schools as possible, so sometimes it was hard to find things I was actually interested to talk about in the supplemental essays, which is why I think you should focus on the type of school you want, because then the response to those questions will align with what your values are already, so it's much easier to write about.
And I know one of the essay prompts that come up a lot is, why are you interested in your major? So what would you recommend in terms of picking schools and also answering essays like that for kids that don't know what they want to do or want to apply undecided?
For undecided, I'm not too sure because I didn't go that route, but I'm pretty sure you just talk about the multiple interests that you have. The major I chose was chemistry, and it was just because I enjoyed the class. I wasn't too keen on pursuing it in the future, but I also didn't know, because in the US it's pretty flexible and you can change your major. So when I came across those questions, I just thought of moments in the classroom or outside, during tutoring or helping elementary kids, a moment that stuck out to me and had an impact. And I just kind of zoomed in on that moment, or a moment with my teacher. It doesn't have to be too big, but it's just why you're interested in this, because colleges want to see that you're excited about learning and you're curious and you want to grow and you want to have an impact on the world. So if you're able to convey that with your major and why you are really interested in pursuing it, then they'll be really excited to read that in the application, because they can see your excitement come through.
And did you have to write a lot of letters of continued interest after early results until RD?
Yes, I got waitlisted from a bunch of schools, so my first thing would be pick the schools that you'd actually decide to pick over the one you're committed to on the waitlist. So don't send locais to all of them, because if you're not going to end up going there, then you're just taking someone else's spot and you won't be as passionate in your loci. And then in my loci specifically, I think what I chose, I haven't heard back from the schools, but what I did do was write about what I've done since then, what I like about the school, why I need to be at the school to pursue my major. it's really important, like why the school, if that's your top choice, to emphasize that in your letter. And I narrowed it down to a few schools that I really would like to go to, and I sent locais to those schools.
And what about locais from early deferrals? Are those any different from already waitlist locais? And like, how would you approach those?
Early and RD, they're like pretty similar. They just ask, what have you done since then? Except for the early ones, you might be able to send it like multiple because you have more time from between the result, from when the results come out to when you submitted it. But they're pretty much the same. It just depends on what the school wants. Some schools don't even want locais, so just be respectful of what they want and follow those, because you don't want to annoy your admissions officer.
Thank you so much, Uma, for joining us, and stay tuned for the 4th episode, The Inbox is Full, RD Season Hits. Thank you!
Yay.